To discuss women's empowerment and what it means to be a female political leader, CCTV's Shraysi Tandon sat down with Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in an exclusive interview. Sirleaf is the first democratically elected female president in Africa, and she has been politically active for over 40 years and is often called Liberia's Iron Lady. Shraysi started off by asking President Sirleaf what the title means to her.
It means this is someone who is strong, can take decisions and take hard decisions, someone not moved too much by emotion, being able to be very truthful and stern to people, with people. I guess it got started in my early days of public service when I was in the Ministry of Finance, and sometimes, you know, good friends got a tongue lashing from me or got their request denied. And then I guess over the years, because, you know, I've had some tough times in my life, and the fact that I didn't cave in, you know, whether it was being exiled or being jailed, you know, or being subjected to all kinds of human rights abuses, I guess I stayed strong, and so it stays. So that's how come it sort of continued over the years.
How do you think your presidential win has impacted other women across the continent?
Oh, I think if you begin to look at what's happening with women, I mean, I don't take credit for it all by myself. Lots of strong women have been gaining grounds in politics, you know, in business or in any endeavor of society. But I do believe in Africa, I inspired women to see that you can really get there. You know, if you persevere, you determine, and you stay course.
What are the disadvantages of being a female president?
It's not so easy to mix, if I may put it that way. You're so lonely when you go to international meetings. You know, the boys hang out and they're talking to each other, they're maybe having a beer together, and you have that inhibition that, you know, you're just the other creature, so to speak.
Recently, the IMF praised Liberia for its efforts to combat the Ebola crisis. Liberia, of course, was one of the hardest hit countries. You had close to 5,000 deaths. Did the international community do enough to help Liberia?
The international community was late in coming. And the international community, in many cases, were unkind because, you know, we were sanctions, we were banned for something that we too were grappling with. Many Liberians, even those not in country, not even born in country, were subject to sanctions and denials. And then when they did come in, they came in very large measures, I mean, and really made up for the lateness.
A lot of people describe China's entry into Africa as fast and furious. How have Chinese investments helped Liberia?
Quite a bit. They dare to go where others don't. And they don't take time in their procurement processes that may last for 2 to 3 years. And so they have been helpful to us. And because it's mutual, Chinese contractors build some of our roads, not with their money. Sometimes we're World Bank for money or African Development Bank for money. But they're there and they work hard.
The merits of a lot of these Chinese investments have been debated because, yes, they come in, they build schools, roads, bridges, but they don't create local jobs because they're bringing Chinese workers across. What is your take on that?
We've learned to handle and manage a situation like that. We don't allow that. And they come in, yes, there's some areas where they bring people in, but we monitor it and we insist that they must do some training, that our local people should work alongside their people who have the skills that we don't have, so our people can be prepared to replace them.
When you look back at all the years, you know, you've been in office and in power, what would you say is your single biggest accomplishment?
Keeping the peace. You know, you don't quantify that. It's easy to say I built so many roads, or, my enrollment in school increased by X number. I got more percentage of people with access to clean water, and we can say all of that. But at the end, as we try to move on the process of reconstruction, it's probably one of the greatest things that we look at.